Alright, thank you all for coming again. And since our Q&A section has time limited, so we would love to restrict it to one question per person at a time. So I hope all you guys enjoy the movie. 因为时间有限，所以我们等一下问问题的时候，希望就是每个人一次一个问题就好，麻烦不要一直无限的往下去走下去。那有人要开始自愿问第一个问题的吗 ？Any volunteer for first question?
直接自我介绍一下。
Yes.
导演在拍这部电影的时候，应该说制片在拍这部电影的时候，有没有什么让你印象很深刻、很感动的地方？
She asked when the director was making this movie, was there anything which made you feel particularly touched or just moved emotionally?
所以问题是说，就是在拍摄这部片的时候，有没有什么让两位制片特别印象深刻的地方？
因为我在现场，所以我先讲一下我自己的感觉这样子。那我们在拍你们刚刚有看电影，不是有一幕是他们打到那个全岛冠军的时候，然后赢球，他们是跑回来。照理说那个规矩应该是要去跟对手鞠躬，可是他们先跑回来跟教练谢谢那个地方，那个地方我对我们那个日本的演员的表演非常的感动，特别是他站起来，然后默默在后面跟那个背影啊，虽然是背影，可是我都觉得那个背影好有戏。我看到那个镜头，我每次在现场看到他拍那个镜头的时候，我忍不住的会。
这次其实我看到两件事情是比较感动的，一个是魏导跟马导之间的一个，他这次从导演然后当监制那样的一个工作，然后两个之间的合作跟当然他也会有一些台语叫谁谁亮这样子，就是还有一个意见，那他怎么样去调整自己？因为他本来就是一个相当霸气的一个导演，但是他面对这样的一个工作。我觉得对他来讲是一个挺为难的事情，这样子。但是我觉得他也给马导蛮多的一个实质上的帮助，跟某一种在拍戏上面的一种指导这样子。另外一个事情是我们这次那个特效其实都是台湾。
Any other questions? Second questions?
我看到人好像对以前的故事都很感兴趣啊，比如说什么海角7号，那也是日据时代的背景，当然是日据时代的背景，还有一个跟原住民也有关系的那个，是不是您对以前那个年代特别有什么？
She asked why they're so interested in making movies or producing movies about that specific time period. There's two other movies in question which talk about Aborigines people living in Taiwan, and she asked why their focus has been on that historical time period and why on ethnic minorities in general.
其实我以前刚开始入这一行，开始在写剧本的时候，也是写了好多关于现代的，就是在练习创作的那个过程，写了好多的剧本。当我第一次发现到那个雾社事件、赛德克巴莱的那个故事的时候，我就有一个想法是说，哇，这段故事在我以前念书的时候只有2行可是原来它的内容是这么的精彩， 然后在我找很多史料的时候，才发现，其实有好多很棒的故事，是我们被我们遗忘的，但是很棒的故事，不用编，我们完全不用去烦恼在电脑桌前面那边创作，不用，它已经存在了，我们只要把它挖掘出来，好好去把它设计给戏剧化，就已经很精彩了。故事本身就已经够丰满了，我们不需要再一直要去坐在电脑中凭空想象很久这样子，大概是这样。
He said when he first was studying and writing other scripts and such, he actually worked with a lot of modern material, but when he discovered the stories, he mentioned 赛德克巴莱 and was a story about, I suppose, an Aboriginal mass killing in 1930, and he just said that these stories, when he learned them in school, were just basically 2 lines on a textbook page, but really there's so much more to them than they actually were taught, and there's no need to sit in front of a computer and think all day about some new fantasy or fiction or trying to create something out of nothing when there's so much content already locked in these stories, and he just wanted to bring that out.
Any more questions?
Yep. After Kano lost at the end, did the other team feel like, although they had won, they would never have the unity that the Kano team had?
他是说，就是加农棒球队输的时候，不是，他就是说加农棒球队输的时候，就他们的对手会不会觉得，虽然他们是赢了，会不会觉得他们自身其实没有加农这个棒球队那么像家人一样，那么相信队友？
其实那一年赢的，就是电影里面的那一队叫中金棒球队，中金队，中金商业队，其实真的很强。那是甲子园的一个传奇，就是应该说加农队比较倒霉，遇到的是这一支，因为这一支球队是甲子园唯一一支3连胜的，就是连续3年拿冠军的，只有这一队，而这一队在1931年跟加农一样，是第一次打进甲子园，打进来以后，他就连续3年冠军，到此为止，到现在为止，这个记录还没有被打破。好，那个投手3年都是那个投手，那个投手毕业以后就没有他们就没有再拿过冠军了，所以那个投手那时候被称为那个有点像是怪物级的人物啦，就是人家说那个甲子园的怪物这样子，大概是这样，所以应该也不至于，因为他们真的还蛮强的。
He said probably not, because that team, the team who beat the Kano baseball team, the Aichi commercial team, was actually a legend of the 甲子园, and yeah, and they were the only team. They had won 3 times in a row, and it was the same pitcher each time. After that pitcher left the team was never as good as it was, and to this day, that record has never been broken. So it actually was really bad luck on the Taiwanese team to have to face them at that time.
Next question?
我要请问啊，魏先生你贵庚啊？
这算一个问题哦。
我太太也知道，我想知道，第一想知道你贵庚，
这一个问题。
第二，这个是真实的故事，打到最后啊，那个加农碰到这么强的球队打输了，还是很光荣。但他那个受伤是真的还是假的？
真的。
戏剧。
He asked the age of the director, as well as the reason why Go lost, right, of course, was because his middle finger was injured, and he wants to know if this actually really happened in real life, or that was only part of the plot.
不好意思啊，
不会，
你太厉害了，看你这么年轻，我们很佩服啊。从昨天走来，想要今天早上去至少。
用笔的也可以。
我已经46岁，快47岁了。那个手受伤那个是真的，是真实的事情。然后其实真正输了以后，其实教练回来是有被人家质疑说为什么不换投手这样子。那对我来说，我觉得一定有他的道理。一个教练不会让选手冒这个险。但是我以前不懂为什么不换，我以前也不懂为什么投手不愿意下来。你手受伤为什么不愿意下来？可是当我后来电影在拍完了以后，我去到甲子园的球场，真正在大阪甲子园球场看到那个场面，任何人都会懂他为什么不下来。如果你在那边，你也不会下来。你在55000人的面前，你走下来，那多丢脸！那你就是真正一个运动员在那个场合里面，断了腿、断了手，都会把事情给做完。我觉得在那个环境里面，我终于懂那个投手为什么怎么样都不愿意下来那种心情。
He said he's 46, almost 47, and actually, yes, his skin getting split open is factual. And after the match was over, the coach was apparently criticized for not changing pitchers, and he said he never understood in the beginning why the coach refused to change pitchers and why the pitcher himself refused to leave the field. But after the movie was finished filming and he went to the actual Koshien stadium in Osaka, sort of began to feel perhaps what kind of emotion was going on at the time, which led to that.
Next question.
How did you get into the filmmaking process, and what challenges did you face when you were first starting out?
Okay, sorry.
我想他的意思是说，他的问题是说，你当初是怎么去发掘这个 domain 的 knowledge， 就是说你这方面的知识，比如说像 papaya， 像papaya， 还有像 baseball 的这些 knowledge， 这些 domain 的 knowledge 你是怎么发现到的？然后你怎么样再去展开那个 process 那个过程，去把所有的资料收集在一起。
然后他刚刚问题也包含了，就是说那面临最大的挑战大概是哪些这样？就是拍片的怎么找到这些资讯啊，最大的挑战。
其实从有这个想法，从发现到这个故事，到把整个剧本写出来，花了很长的时间了。我就是慢慢写了，就是慢慢写好了以后又慢慢修。其实这个剧本早在2008之前就已经完成了，只是一直都放在那边，到真的要拍的时候才慢慢修的。那个你说那个木瓜那个东西，那是人家告诉我的，是一个真的是做农业的人跟我讲，他说台湾第一代的农业改良是用骗的，是欺骗植物的方式去改良农业，去改良，不是用肥料，是很干净的改良方式这样。那他讲了很多例子啊，但是我觉得木瓜的听起来最好笑，然后也最符合在这个电影里面的那个状态这样，所以我用木瓜来呈现。
He said that he actually discovered this story quite a long time ago, and he was constantly editing the script. He said by 2008 it had already been finished, but it was always going. He was going through different revisions. And then he said, with regards to the papaya, that was actually a farmer who told him that. And he said that the farmer told him that all of the Taiwanese agriculture has really just been tricked. That really was a true story which was told to him by a farmer.
Sorry.
导演好，首先感谢你又拍了一片。
Wait, sorry. So
Okay.
producer Huang has also something to add to the last question.
OK, I'm sit down.
我不是补充，第二个问题就是说这个片比较困难的地方是，我觉得因为我们这次等于是有一点换了一个工作的那个职位，这样，就是我们找了一个从来没有拍过电影的导演来当导演，然后可是他比较懂棒球这样子，那魏导是在一个监制的这个角色，这个其实会造成另外一个问题，就是说他可能会花比较多的时间在拍摄上面。那你知道拍片时间就是成本，这样子，这是我们面临到比较大的一个困难，这样子。但是我想这样的分工在最后的结果上面证实我们当初的选择是对的，大概就是最大的困难可能变成我们一个挑战，但是我们也算解决了这样子。对。
He said that there was a lot of challenges involved in making this movie, and the director, I suppose, was someone who had never directed a movie before, but really understood a lot of baseball, and so that was really difficult while they were filming the movie because there was so much time involved with producing it. There were so many different challenges to overcome, but in the end, that choice that they made was actually the correct one, the right one, because I mean, I suppose the fruits of the labor speak for themselves, but the thing that was most challenging ended up being the thing which made the movie the greatest.
首先感谢你又拍了一部让整个台湾值得骄傲的影片。我的问题比较简单，所有的队员都是台湾本土的吗？
She asked if all of the characters were actually Taiwanese.
球员里面只要是演日本人的，就是日本人；只要是演闽南人的，就是闽南；台湾人就台湾人。然后也原住民的，就是原住民，就是完全的照他们该有的本色去演这样子。然后里面有3个日本人的球员，也是我们去日本，然后从那些高中的球队。 或者是他们也有一些的表演经验我们去把它筛选出来的。那台湾的球员完全是从高中棒球队跟大学棒球队去一个一个这样筛选出来的，这样子。
He said any character who's Japanese in the movie was played by a Japanese. Any character who played an Aborigine character, which I suppose would refer to the Hakka people or the other individuals, was played by someone of that ethnicity, and anyone who was supposed to represent a Taiwanese person. Was played by a Taiwanese person. He said there was also 3 people that they actually took, that's not the right word, but interviewed, I guess, in Japan, who were actually high school baseball players, and then there was Taiwanese college and high school baseball players as well.
有一个 comment 给这今天来的来宾做一个参考。我小时候在日本长大。 所以有些过程我自己有听过那个 radio， 在那个转播那个高中的球赛。那个时候高中的全国赛是全国最大的一个 entertainment， 大家都放那个 radio 在听。那我记得就是那一年，就是Kano去比赛的时候那转，那我父亲、我的叔叔他们都知道，我那个时候差不多。 小学1年级就开懂那个 baseball 的路了。那假如打双垒打那个阿祖玛打双垒打，阿祖玛，他们就一直喊。这个是非常那个全国性的 entertainment， 所以不要说这个是因为高中球赛这有什么了不起，这是全国的 非常出名，在国际宴那个是全国都转播，而且我想现在都有 TV 了。那个时候是那个完全用 radio， 所以大家都发在 radio 那边听，所以这个非常出名，也许比大学的联赛还出名。大学联赛以前是早稻田跟庆阳大学，常常都是最后的2队在打。不过也许是因为就是永远是这2队啊，所以没什么精彩。那个国际宴的那个是每年都有不同，就是有些特别好的球队可以当奖赛的。不过这是全国性的 entertain， 所以就是跟各位介绍一下。
He had more of a comment than a question. He just said he felt like it was important to add that maybe some people are thinking like, what's so special about high school baseball? This is not really anything which is extraordinary, but he grew up in Japan, and at the time, of course, there was no television, nothing to sit in front of everybody. At the time of these competitions, turn on their radio, and he said he can remember them screaming, them chanting the people's names. And even though he was only in first grade, perhaps didn't understand the rules, remembers the energy involved in listening to that game. And he said perhaps the high school competitions was entertainment for the entire country, or perhaps even enjoyed more than college games.
换我补充一点，比如说，我延续刚刚这位先生的一个说法，其实在日本的甲子园的观众，其实比看职棒的观众还多，真的。为什么？因为他们在里面，也许不是看到的是最精彩的球技，但是他们看到是最纯真、最热血的那个部分。为什么甲子园会精彩？甲子园是单淘汰的，你输1场就走了，就没有第2场的，没有那种反败为胜，没有，就1场结束就走了这样。所以他是在每一个地区选出一个冠军队，然后再到甲子园的球场拼出一个总冠军。也就是说，参加甲子园的冠军队，也就是这一年你没有输过1场球的球队。那输了，那像甲组这都每次都赢，到最后1场输了，你说甲子园是不是有太多的眼泪跟汗水在那边？所以这就是那个地方为什么每次看甲子园，连观众都会掉眼泪，就是这个原因。特别是当年的区域来讲，不止台湾，还有韩国队、朝鲜队，还有满洲。中国的满洲，其实以前这3个地方都是被日本殖民的地方，所以都也会从各个中等学校里面去选出一个冠军队去参加这个比赛。但是嘉农队比较特别的是，朝鲜队跟满洲队选出来的冠军队都是日本球队，那只有台湾的这一队是由谁？第一支以前也都是日本人的球队，第一支有台湾人、原住民跟日本人组合进到甲子园的这个球队只有台湾队这样子，是特别在这里。
He said he wants to add something about why there was so much emotion in these games and why people can't help but crying when they watch. Because this is the most prestigious competition, baseball competition, perhaps not only in Japan but in the world. And there's no like, if you could perhaps lose a game but still make it to the championships, like the Gators, you know, if they lost a game but they can still make it to some league or something like that. The winner of every prefecture goes to the Koshien competition, and then as soon as you lose, you leave. There's no staying. There's no sort of pyramid structure where you play again and perhaps, even though you've lost a game, make it to the finals. So the fact that the Taiwanese team made it to the final game means that they did not lose a single game the entire year, not a single game. And he says, just imagine how much blood, sweat, and tears from those players stayed behind in that stadium. And there wasn't only Taiwanese teams there at the time. The Manchurian teams there was Japanese, of course, Taiwanese, Korea, North Korea, and they all had teams in the competition because there were certain. Japan had colonized certain sections of other countries, and so the fact that they made it to the end is really, really telling about their skill and the amount of dedication which they put into the game.
当然我是嘉义的，是嘉朗开始师傅。那我大概是以前的嘉朗毕业，大概是1937年在那边上课读书的。那他是有参加他是得到评审，他是有参加得到比赛冠军。OK， 反正我的意思是说，当年的那些baseball player， 现在还有没有在？还有没有活着？
Okay, so his question is like about those original players for Kano. Is any one of them still alive now or not?
就我们电影里面拍的这些人都已经过世了。然后我比较幸运，就是说当我找到这个题材、这个故事的时候，还有一位还活着。 就是苏振生，就是打到全垒打墙的那一个，在全垒打墙上签名的那一位先生，那位苏先生还活着。那我有就是通过一些安排，然后去跟他做了半天的访谈，然后从访谈里面去知道更多的书里面没有写的，或是别人访谈里面没有出现的那些细节，这样子。
Unfortunately, now all have passed away. But at the time when he was writing the script, there was still one of the original players from the original game alive, and it was the individual who hit the outer wall fence where he had his name written. The umpires called time and they had his name written. He was still alive, and so they did have meetings with him, as well as researched other individuals who didn't appear in the book which this movie was based on. They collected stories from other individuals and information from other individuals about the team.
其实，在访谈他的过程也蛮有趣的。其实就是说，原本我只是设计好一些题目要问他，然后他会说什么答案，大概我们都知道，因为他的被访谈的东西其实资料很多，所以他会说什么大概都知道。可是这就是我很幸运的地方，因为那个时候我去访问他的时候，他已经耳朵很重听了，重听很严重，所以我问的问题，他常常他听错，会回答出从来没有回答过的答案，所以就让我得到很多的细节，是书里面或是其他访问从来没有见过的这样子。
He said that there was actually a lot of detail in the book. So he compiled a series of questions to ask that individual, and he had, he anticipated that he would already know the approximate answers to the questions because he had done so much research for the movie. But the individual he was interviewing was hard of hearing at the time because he was he was elderly, and so sometimes he didn't understand or didn't hear exactly what questions he was being asked, and just responded randomly with all sorts of other superfluous but very interesting information and details regarding the team.
我感谢就愿意花你的时间来美国这里辛苦走一趟我会记我咧看赛巴克来电影看2届，伫咧过程中跑过来届你这电影遮尔有咱台湾味，遮尔有咱的这个文化底内面我讲足好我会当请教伊会当拜托你，要用什么时间讲这个咱的这个山潭水库甲这个嘉南水圳的故事无我毋知影巴田伊家己的 idea 想要做这个物件，还是讲伊是一个 carry 的一份者你讲的这个内面的故事是毋是大部分拢是真的？因为我细汉是伫咧水圳内面学游水。
Okay, because it's asking something, so I guess I'm the one need to translate that. So So first of all, Mr. Hong said that he's really touched by the stories like Warriors of the Rainbow set in Twilight. And he wants to know if the producers can share more stories about the Jianan Kano and the Wushantou Reservoir. So like if all the, anecdotes about the guy who built those things are true.
我就我知道八田的故事来说好，就是说，其实他本来是他要盖嘉南大郡那个事情是一个政策，然后他要去执行这个东西的时候是很不被信任，甚至日本当局认为说他的能力可能做不出来这么大的东西，还派他去美国跟做美国一个很大的工程的那个人去请教他。可是当他去的时候，美国那个工程师是跟他讲说，这个地方做不起来，你要用这种结构，用这种方式去做，绝对不可能。这样，可是他一直跟他分析这边的土壤，这边的那些一些问题给他听，说这边有这边的问题，你那边有不能用你的东西来看我们的东西，这边有这边的环境地理的条件，然后要讲那么细吗？其实要讲很久。就是
不是蛮重要的吗？关系到台湾人有饭吃那么多年。对，
很重要，可是要讲很久。我知道很多细节，因为我把那个东西给看完了。其实我们在呈现里面的每个不管是在电影里面的角色有多大，但是我们都会对那个人物去做很深入的一些了解，才敢这样子弄出来这样子。我们来，我不要他讲。
因为时间有限，先暂时打住，不好意思。
最后一个问题就是，讲你头我讲的就是，这个物件是点过来正常要做这个物件，伊是一个 executor， 伊是一个执行者，伊是一个 initiate idea 啦。
不算是他，但是他是有要扩张那个灌溉这个事情，因为要解决，他只是提出来解决的方案就是把一座山打通一座山，把2条河流2条的水路汇集到那个乌山头那个地方，然后先造一个人工的一个水库，然后那个人工的水库要造的不像人工的，造的像自然产生的那个样子。那是他提出来的一个规划是他规划的，可是要提出灌溉的这个政策是日本政府当时的日本总督府那边提出来的一个想法，因为那么美那么好的一个农地，可是灌溉却没有办法满足，他当然一定要想办法解决这些问题啊，因为那个不是民生的问题而已，它还是很大的经济作物在那边。
He said there's quite a lot of details related to this, so perhaps it would take too long to explain. But the individual, Mr. Hatta, Hatta Yoichi, right, was sent there by the Japanese government to complete this project, and it was anticipated that he wouldn't actually be able to do it. He was also sent to America and met with, I suppose, some quite famous architects and engineers at the time, and they were told that the project was impossible to complete. But he had quite a lot of resolve, and was apparently famed for saying that, perhaps it's not possible here, but it's possible there. You don't understand the circumstances, and our needs, which involved literally eradicating a mountain and creating a large reservoir. Which had to be natural looking as well. And there was a lot of, not just problems which resulted from the drought, individuals not having food, but a lot of other economical problems and related to this as well. This was important, not just, was important on many different levels, had many different facets to it.
像您刚刚说的，就是每个角色他被放到电影里都是有他意义吧，应该说。然后我就想知道，就是说那个我们投手的那个，应该说是小女朋友吧，就是那个女生。然后后来他跟那个医生结婚，然后你把他放到这部电影里，并且一直都有在 你有什么特定的意义吗？还是说就是只要想给这个电影加一个女生的角色啊，或者就是元素大一点？
The question was about, as he stated before, every character, was chosen specifically. Like he mentioned, there was Japanese individuals playing Japanese individuals. Everything was very specific, and so her question was about the girl who married the doctor. Why was she in the movie, and was there really a romantic interest between her, perhaps, and the male picture? Why was she included? Not just in the beginning, but throughout the entire film.
就是整部都是男生，有点太过，太就是热血，那总是他的挫折在哪里？然后热血的挫折只在球场上，感觉那个层次好像不太够。如果再加个女性的角色，可是不要太多，也不要让他们谈爱情。就是让他们有那个淡淡的，好像就是弟弟爱着姐姐那种感觉，姐弟恋，但是明明知道这是不可能的事情，可是就是心里有感觉，这样子就好了。就是也不要给大家有太多啊，这两个人将来会怎么样？没有，他本来就是一个不可能的事情，只是心里面青春期的男生会有一点那种依恋的一些东西，这样，大概这样子吧。虽然有点功能，可是虽然只是比较功能性的角色，但是没有他，还真的好像一个人没有影子一样，会少一点感觉。
Perhaps it was just for some sort of emotional effect, because most of the characters in the movie are male. The whole baseball team is males, and all of the other teams were males, and so he felt like just adding a little bit of emotion and small love interest, impossible love interest, perhaps like a sister and a brother sort of have feelings for each other, but they know it's not possible. But just can perhaps affect your emotional look at the movie more than anything else.
请问加农的无投手在打击最后一球的时候，抬头看到了一只蝴蝶。我想说，为什么不是看到老鹰？因为他们在做看蜡烛的训练的时候，那个教练讲的是一个老鹰的比喻。那是不是这个蝴蝶对于制作团队有什么特别的意义？放在最后那个很重要的 moment。谢谢。
He asked, what was the purpose of Go seeing the butterfly right before he hit the last ball? Especially because in the beginning, when the coach. When they lost when they lost the game in the rain, when they re-challenged the Kagi middles, I guess they lost the game because it was raining, and then they went back and the coach was talking to them about an eagle soaring off a mountain, trying to attack its prey. So what was the point of the butterfly?
因为那边想要给观众一点点休息，可是又不能都停着不动，所以我觉得有一只黄色的蝴蝶飞过黑色的土，那个还蛮好看的。
Solely for cinematic effect, just to see a yellow butterfly on top of black soil, certainly takes the edge off things for a couple seconds without having to stop.
我的问题是说，拍这样一个以前的时代的片子，在收集这些背景的这些道具啊、服装上面，是不是遇到了很多困难？因为我特别好奇的是，这打球的这些球员，他们身上所戴的帽子，还有鞋子，那鞋子蛮特别的。那我是想问说，这些是不是您有特别去找那样的 material 那种质感的，当时那种特别的衣服去定做？还有我自己个人觉得那个打球的那个帽子，好像有一点现代感，那种剪裁，那种 material 在画面上看起来有一点现代感，对我在视觉上面我感觉有点美中不足之类。我不知道是不是因为很困难寻找当时那种 material 是困难，还有当时那种裁剪的方式跟现代的裁缝机裁出来，跟当时可能有一些手工的那个质感是有困难的。然后另外一个问题是，
只能问一个。
She asked, because this is a historical film that took place in the 1930s, so obviously the clothes and the costuming that people would have worn in those days is dramatically different than what it is today. So was it hard to costume the movie, and what lengths did they have to go through to procure items from that period, or at least items that looked like that period? She mentioned specifically hats and shoes, looked quite interesting and different. And then also made an allusion to the baseball hats. Looked slightly modern, so are those really modern? Was it just because they couldn't find something which was older? Basically the question was about costuming in general.
我们当时寻找了很多的资料，是真的很严谨的去考究过，因为你知道老照片都是黑白的，所以看不到颜色。那为了要确定这张老照片里面的这个球队的那个帽子的颜色、裤子的颜色，到底是你说红色跟蓝色在黑白照片里面都是黑色，所以你很难判断，你只能看比较深、比较浅，无法判断。所以我们还打电话，甚至人直接飞，有那个美术组或者是有一个协调，那直接飞到日本去找到那家学校，跟他们求证当年的他们的那个球队的那个颜色应该是哪一种颜色，是很仔细的。然后我举2个例子，那一个是像手套，另外一个是手套。旧时候的手套其实没有现在那么大，都很小，它的功能只是打球。所以我们从台湾的一个很老的一个，反正就是那时候有一个做手套的人，他找到他在不知道丢到哪个角，一个只剩下1只手指头的那个手套，他去利用这只手指头去跟老照片的样子去做出一整个还原那个年代的那个手套出来，这样子。那你说帽子的问题，确实我们有做一点点改良，没有错。是你说的没错，因为我们有是真的仿照，原来是依照老照片的样子，依照旧时代的裁缝方式去做出那个帽子，可是戴起来真的很难看，因为整个帽子是塌的感觉，因为那个年代都是理光头，所以那个帽子戴上去变很丑，所以我们有稍微美化，所以这个在这些帽子的这些，我们还是让它挺一点点，不要那么的形状都是真的。样式都是正，只是说我们让它稍微挺一点，不要看起来塌的感觉，傻的这样，就没有那个英气就不见了这样。所以那边确实我们做一些视觉上，有做一些美学上的一些修改这样子。
He said quite a lot of research went into the costuming. He mentioned the specific problem of looking at old photos because they're all black and white, and so the difference between colors in real life could be dramatic, blue versus red, but in a photo they both look black. So people were actually sent to Japan to go to those schools to look at what color their uniforms would have been. And he said, as far as like the gloves went, back in the old days when they played baseball, the gloves were much smaller. The only function really was for catching the ball. So they actually found someone who makes gloves and used old pictures as well as a model to make a set of gloves for the individuals to use in the movie. And then with respect to the hats, they are, he admitted, a little more modern than perhaps they would have been. But that was for, I suppose he said just didn't look, they kind of looked ugly before. And they made some modifications to make them look like there was more power behind them.
回顾一些那些事情的时候，然后穿插到最后的决赛之中的一个特殊的意义。
The question she asked is with reference to the individual who the movie starts out with, and who the movie ends with. I believe his name is Josha. And he was defeated by Kano in not the last round, but the round before the round before the last round. And so, but it was he in the end who started screaming, you know, yeah, I don't know what the English was.
Kano forever.
Yeah, Kano forever or something like that. So, but what was the point of, she said she really admired the way that this was phrased, but what was the point of having the movie opening with him and then seeing him in the second to last round in Koshin, and then having the movie essentially also end with him being in the old field and leaving what I suppose was his lucky ball on the mat there.
其实，在当我开始在收集那些资料的时候，我看到有一段的那个说法我很喜欢。他说，当年就是在那个战争爆发以后，战争的开始以后，很多就在1944年、1945年左右，很多日本的军人要到菲律宾战场去打仗的时候，他们会先坐船到台湾，然后台北、基隆，台湾的基隆，然后再坐火车到高雄，再从高雄坐船，就是装运那些武器啊，或是一些人员以后，然后再到菲律宾那边去打仗。那时候从基隆到高雄的火车上面流行一句话，就是火车到嘉义的时候叫我一下，我想要看嘉义长什么样子。所以因为这句话我觉得好美，在那个你想在一个战争的年代，在一个什么都很混乱的年代，竟然有一个很单纯的因为棒球而兴盛的一个城市，一个小城市，被日本的那些已经离开球场的那些军人们，还记得曾经有一支球队，他们在那个地方，然后那么的风光过这样子。所以我觉得那句话很美，所以我就从那句话去延伸，然后把它变成是整部电影串场的那个过程。所以那一段其实那个叫做救霞那个人到底有没有去过台湾，其实是虚构的。但是有一个很有趣的回应是，当我们前阵子电影拍完在去日本做上映的宣传的时候，从那个一个报社的记者说，他去调查过了，确定那个人那个札幌队的投手那个救下那个人，确定死在菲律宾的战场上。他跟我们电影里面那两个就是那个右外野手跟二垒手一起都是死在那个菲律宾那边。
He said that after the war started, of course, the individuals who were in high school playing against the Kano team at the time would have already, graduated. They would have not been playing anymore. But a lot of them, of course, were drafted and stationed in the Philippines. And at the time, the way to get to the Philippines, the way that the members of the army would get to the Philippines is they would first take a boat from Japan to the northwest part of Taiwan, I suppose. And then they would ride a train from the north to the south. And then in the south, they would get on a different ship which was stocked with provisions and arms and whatever, and make their way to the Philippines. And apparently, one of the phrases which appeared in the movie, like "Wake me up when I get to Jiayi," became a sort of, I suppose, phrase which individuals would say to each other while they were on this train ride from the north to the south. And he said that he feels it's so amazing that even though there was so much disparaging and just really atrocious acts going on in the world during the time of the war, that these kids who were once kids against the Jiayi team remembered that this group of Aborigines and Taiwanese and Chinese and Japanese working together were from this place, and they wanted to get off the train to see what it was like there. And he said, as to whether or not those individuals actually made it back to the old baseball field, he doesn't know, but when the movie was released in Japan, a reporter apparently actually shared with them that he went to check whether or not the character who was the pitcher which lost in the second to last round, Josiah, was where he was stationed during the war, and it actually was in the Philippines. So there's a very good chance that he did stop there.
Because of the time issue, we have 2 more questions.
今天很高兴看到这样的片子哈。除了这影片呈现，我相信呈现出来主题是永不认输，还有团队精神，种种的这个因素以外，不知道您这一次北美巡回有没有想要传递除了这个以外的讯息，还有希望得到什么样的回响？请问两位。
So the question is, we can totally see what's the kind of spirit is, right? Never giving up. But she wants to know if during this tour, are there any kind of special messages that the producers want to share with us?
其实这部电影真正感动我的点有2个重要的原因啊，一个是就是单纯的打棒球，单纯一切都是最单纯。就是我们活到现在几岁了，我们是不是逐渐忘记了当我们年少的时候那个单纯只为了追逐那一颗球的心意？是不是已经忘了这个东西？所有东西都变成有目的性。职棒为什么打职棒？因为钱多。我只要打到第几，我只要怎么样，我就会被选进去什么队，我只要怎么样就是所有的功利的东西已经逐渐占满了你为什么要做这件事情的原因。而这些人没有目的，很简单，就是我喜欢打球，然后我要追逐那颗球，把球打出去，把球接起来，跑垒得分，那是我生命里面最重要的事情。我觉得这个东西是要给我的想法，是给我们现代人一个反思，一个事情是，当我们年纪越来越大，是不是那个单纯的东西越来越不见？祝福大家青春不老。
He said that he just really wants to share with you guys why is this movie so touching, and that's just because of its simplicity. It's just about baseball. And he mentioned there's so many things which are determined by numbers, I suppose, like your salary or how much money you make, and why are you doing this just to make money? But all the characters in this movie were just doing it because they loved baseball. They just wanted to throw and catch and run and score points. And he says he feels like he almost doesn't know that as you grow older, whether or not the simple things in life just tend to disappear. And hopes that everybody just makes good use of their younger years and remembers what feelings are related to those things which are simple and pure.
那另外一个想法是说，你们也知道，台湾也是本来就是一个多种族的地方啊。我们有原住民的文化，有汉族移民的文化，有外来殖民的文化。然后到今天为止，我们有太多时间在计较血统，太多的时间在分化血统、血缘呐，就是说我们每天在思考的是血缘问题。但是我觉得血缘问题不是不重要，而是你能不能带着你血缘的优势来合作，像这支团队一样，你带着你的优势，你会跑，我会打，他会防守，我们带着各自的优势来这个地方，一起为这个球队努力。如果我们哪一天可以不再计较血缘，在计较的是我们要努力的这个地 跟土地结合。你在这边，不同的种族来到这个地方，大家就是一家人。我们怎么去思考我们这个团队该做什么？这是我希望从这部电影传达给台湾，希望有一天能够，比如像美国一样，没有再分种族的问题。像对有吗？小心一点，不要再乱讲。大概是这个意思。
He said another thing which he really wants to add and hopes to see. There's so many cultures present in Taiwan, not just the Taiwanese culture, of course, the Aborigine culture, Japanese because it was controlled by Japan, as well as the Chinese, right? But so much time and effort and energy has been spent on fighting about blood, your blood status as where you came from, who your ancestors are. And rather than fighting about that, the kids on the baseball team put their energy into thinking about who could run the fastest, who could hit the best, who could defend the best, which has nothing to do with what kind of blood you have or what kind of family you come from. It's just about your actions and how hard you're willing to work on the field. And he says perhaps this would definitely be a better place. We'd all be better off if we could stop fighting about things like this and just putting our efforts towards improving ourselves rather than fighting with ourselves.
All right, thank you so much. Sorry.
我是嘉义人啊，嘉义中学毕业的时候输给嘉万农。我想问一个问题，就是说，在电影里面看到在盖那个中央喷水，那个中央喷水池在嘉义是一个很重要的一个symbol，很多人叫它是民主的堡垒。我不相信，你也把那个放在那个电影里面，是不是有一个特殊的原因？
He said he's from Jiayi, and he's very curious as to why the fountain, which you guys see at the opening of the movie, you see them still constructing the fountain, right? It hasn't been completed, and he wants to know, since it's such an important part of the town to him and to the people who are from there, why did they consider putting it in the movie, even though it strictly doesn't really have much to do with baseball? What effect does it add to the film?
就像你说的，那个喷水池是嘉义的地标，没有那个喷水池，我说那条街是嘉义，很少人会相信。所以刚好也是一个很巧合的那个年代，就是说喷水池，嘉南大郡的开当然是有一点点时间上的误差了，差不多差几个月，是没有电影里面结合的。照理说，电影里面结合的那一年的那个时间刚好。 喷水池也开始喷水，嘉南大郡也开通，然后全岛冠军也拿到全岛冠军，这样子是没有那么完美，是有差的，大概8个月到10个月左右的时间，但是都是同一个年份，大概是那1-2年的时间，所以就把它结合在一起。刚好电影里面从喷水池还在盖到喷水，刚好是显示这个喷水池的兴建跟开始喷水到。 大郡的那种工程到全部完工，然后稻田的到最后的收割，甚至这支球队从一支很烂的球队到最后变成是全台湾最好的球队，这种东西把它做一个结合，会是最完美的一个时间点，这样子是有刻意的放进来，但是也放的刚刚好是符合那个年代的那个需求。
He mentioned that the fountain is indeed nowadays a landmark of the city, which is in, and even though the history is a little bit different than it appears in the movie. The fountain was actually completed maybe a couple of months or a year or so before the team actually went to the competition. So not everything happened exactly in the order that it did in the film. But more just using this as a symbol for the movie itself. In the beginning, there's not much. They're still building, and then fountains completed and the canals completed, and they're able to water the fields and the field of gold. And then the Taiwanese baseball team starts out as pretty much nothing, and they meet this wonderful coach, and through all sorts of hard work, just like the individuals working on the canal, they accomplished something which is great. So even though they didn't exactly happen in that order, they were all around each other in time reference, perhaps off by a year or two. And it's more the emotion and the feel and the passion of those years which they were getting at in the movie, and that's why they decided to include it.
So thanks for everyone coming again. And since Gainsville is the Gator Nation, we actually prepared 2 T-shirts as a gift for the producers. First, we would love to invite Dr. Tai. He'll represent UF Taiwanese Student Association and UF International Initiative team. And then Yu-Chen will represent the softball team of Taiwanese students in UF.
过来给我们好照相嘛来，我们鼓掌，谢谢。